I ain't gonna cap. I had a homeboy, no cap, who literally tried to do the same shit. He tried to fuck on someone's baby mother, right?
And got caught on me.
See, he got caught up. Shy, did you ever hear about that situation?
I mean,
how did you feel like knowing that situation that happened and it put us in the center of it?
Yeah, I was just, nigga, I just gave advice, like, how the fuck we could fix it, I guess, because, like, I'm close to both parties type shit, so it's just, like, I didn't really know how to feel about it, but it was just, like, all right, we can fix it, if we can, we can't, but the damage is done, so it's just, like, you just do, that's it, that's all you can do, you know what I'm saying, it's either you prepare for war, or
it's not even doing all of that, it's just, like, own up as a man and just say, I'm sorry, my bad. It wasn't really that, you know what I'm saying?
True, but at the end of the day, it's like, all of us being like grown ass men, it's like you can't try to make another person force their accountability. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like you're not in the wrong, then nigga, who the fuck am I to tell you you're not in the wrong? You know what I'm saying? It's either whatever decision you chose to make, you made it. Damage is done. How we finna solve it? It's up to you as well, because it's your situation. You know what I'm saying? Now it's up to us to be like, all right, are we standing or are we sliding? You know what I'm saying? Are we just gonna sit down or are we gonna get the fuck up? Because that's really what it came down to. And I was just like, yo, like, if you like, you just need to fix this shit out. And that's why I said before, it's either niggas go to war or niggas call a truce.
What's good? Welcome back to your show, The Drip. That's right. I'm your host, Floyd Brown. Season 7 kickoff. We have a long show for you guys today, and I cannot wait to get into it. A lot we're going to talk about, you know, starting with the community here in Denver, Colorado, the hip-hop community here in Denver, Colorado, and the way we face hatred from police officers, club owners, even party goers. We face so much bullshit. We have the outspoken Zulus in the building today as well. Let's go ahead and kick off your first video right here on your show, The Drip. All right. Whew. See how it feels to be live?
Year by year, that's how it works. You know what I'm saying? My young self.
Lemonade, honey.
James went cuckoo on this one.
I treat my gun like my kid, I can't abandon it. Turn a mannequin, don't tell me you're sure. Blame it. I treat my gun like my kid, I can't abandon it. Internet bang, see me out and turn a mannequin, don't tell me you're shooter. Just when it's time, better blame it then. And put your all into your clique like you gambling. Better keep it on you, cause we creeping, so don't front you move your whole gang telling. Answering questions like it's Family Feud. I feel like matching with this glee cause it holds 32. We know you soft, you only gang it with like 30 dudes. TG got my spine, he gon' bust whoever I don't bust. Top that's my slime. He gon' slime whoever think they buck. Why them niggas hiding? Cause that last sucker got hit up. These rappers, homie, laying in that shh. Go pick your mans up. I'm from the cone, nigga. If you don't bang an 8, then hit the road. I'm in the K with the set. You get drenched if you approach. She my hype man. She gon' shake that ass before the show. So many glicos backstage, you'll think a bomber in that hoe. I'm from the cone, nigga. If you don't bang an 8, then hit the road. I'm in the K with the set. You get drenched if you approach. She my hype man. She gon' shake that ass before the show. So many glicos backstage, you'll think a bomber in that hoe.
Broke bitches irritating. And I don't like you niggas for real. I be really playing. Yeah. Tasia Lee been getting money, that's how I really say it. And bitch, don't mention me on no Twitter if you ain't gon' say it. Cause baby mama looking bitter. See me flexing on the gram and had to reconsider. A nigga tryna see about me. Probably heard that I'm a winner. I'm getting money. Niggas broke. That's why I don't fuck with me. Hey man, say man, Tasia Lee is from Aurora City. No going back and forth about a nigga who took a dare with me. I see bitches by myself and they just wanna say I'm pretty. Yes, I wear Da Vinci and Balmain. It's on my white tee. Pretty, but I never keep them unless you stocking bread with me. Yeah, 10 toes down to the ground, even when shit sticky. I know my bro gon' go for me and Bay gon' let me hold the bleak. Gotta keep the fam around, cause new niggas I don't fuck with. Bitches get spicy, I fuck around and treat them like they
Chris. I'm from the cone, nigga. If you don't bang an 8, then hit the road. I'm in the K with the set. You get drenched if you approach. She my hype man. She gon' shake that ass before the show. So many glicos backstage, you'll think a bomber in that hoe. I'm from the cone, nigga. If you don't bang an 8, then hit the road. I'm in the K with the set. You get drenched if you approach. She my hype man. She gon' shake that ass before the show. So many glicos backstage, you'll think a bomber in that hoe.
Stop playing with me.
From where?
The grassy.
Stop playing with me like I ain't teach Drake everything he know.
Hold on, you taught Drake everything he know.
Y'all ain't hear Drake on his first song? Tell me what's really going on. Drizzy Drake back in this thing already. What's that's Soldier.
Shit.
That's my bar.
Shit.
He copied my whole fucking flow.
That's kissed me through the phone.
He copied my whole fucking flow. Word for word, bar for bar. Don't act like I didn't make Drake, nigga. Don't do that.
Mind fucking blown.
Don't do that, nigga. I was son niggas in his heartbeat.
Shit.
Drake, Aubrey? The nigga with who I made niggas we made it with in 2014? Don't do that.
Has he ever reached out to you?
Got a grip on the shit like the claw. Yes. Stay strapped up like some tits at a bar. Good show game, how I been up the paw. Take a step back, I don't know who you are. Button I push it, ain't starting no car. And it get messy like juice on the bar. Shot back like I like that you shoot from a car. Put you on the car. Niggas be shot when I turn up the static. Boy, I could never be average. Call for the play till I'm spent by the Maverick. Spit good shit, boy, you know I'm the Maverick. I don't even want that little bitch, you can have it. I'm more concerned with the cabbage. I'm only smoking that stash house. Cause I don't smoke on no babbage. Niggas always want a bad bitch, so they got one. Your bitch a deal cause she not one. Shoot her like 2K, that's how I'm hitting. Get in this range with that pull up precision. Say I'm sitting hike, you know how you blitz it. Don't like the way, nigga, we gon' get it. 24 hours, we be by that fitness. Chat up the pounds, they don't even know digits. Bitch on my dog, she gon' give it that kitty. Rockstar life, how she pull out them titties. Lights on, lights off when we pull out the switch. Cemetery shit, how we digging them ditches. Try to start in the cut, big and back, talking business. Shout out, niggas running on like a sentence. Niggas got broom, got sticks like the witches. Niggas ain't ballin' out there on the benches. Got a grip on the shit like the claw. Yes. Stay strapped up like some tits at a bar. Good show game, how I been up the paw. Take a step back, I don't know who you are. Button I push it, ain't starting no car. And it get messy like drinks on the bar. Shot back like I like that you shoot from the bar. Have a little buddy put you in the car. Drinks on me.
Black Benz on repeat, yeah. One for me, yeah. And one for me, yeah. I got my friends, they with me, yeah. They with me, yeah. Drinks on me, yeah. I get the feeling that we could be chatting. Rolling on woods and minding our business. You for the streets and like Halloween. I'm finna creep. Shout out to Holla, we did it for weed. We in the building, so I need the fee. You can get in if you wake up with me.
Yeah, G.O.D. Since I've been on the top in T.O.P. Never gave a fuck about what they think of me. Tryna throw everything but they can't just see damn. Bitch, I'm the man. Fuck is you saying? Nigga, we different. You on my kid. Japanese denim. Rockets be in them. Talk on my children. Touch that hair on my brother's city head. Bitch, we kidnapping your children. We don't give a fuck about a civilian. Chop a living nigga up like Brazilians. We don't give a fuck about niggas' feelings. So much money falling out of the ceiling. You can't run it how we coming to get you. Nah, nigga coming to get you. Yeah.
Bam, that first video to kick off the countdown was Cashy P with I'm from CO. That's crazy. He's from Colorado. Second one was City Hollow with Drinks on Me. Like I said, today we have a long show. We have a fun show. And we're going to get to the point. Let's go ahead and introduce our first guest here on the show. We have Zulus. What's up, Zulus? Welcome.
What up?
How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Man? What's up? I'm doing well. How about you?
So what's your name, your actual name?
Monte.
Monte?
I go by Monte the Villain.
Monte the Villain.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What's your name, bro?
No Breaks. They call me Zulu No Breaks.
Okay. Yeah. You go by?
Just No Breaks. No Breaks for short. If you can't say Zulu No Breaks in one sentence, it's just No Breaks.
Right.
So who's the hot head from the group?
Definitely me. Well, off rip.
What makes you the hot head?
I just pop off quick and like, I'm not saying I'm that nigga, but like, I'm like the one to initiate. Like if someone's messing with my bro and them, I'm Lil Tim. I'm jumping out the cut. Like I'm that one nigga who's popping out.
Jumping out the trunk.
I'm coming out the cut for my bands.
Not Lil Tim. You could have chose anybody else in the world.
That's like basically what's going on right now is like in the world. So like I'm gonna choose like a most hated person because I'm most hated. So like I'm gonna choose somebody who's hated too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long have you guys been rapping?
Well, I personally have been making music since September 2014 on a semi-serious level. But me and my brother, we've been making music for literally our entire lives.
Wow.
But the Zulus though has existed since July of 2019, and he joined in 2020. You know, it was originally me, my brother, and my cousin Day. And but you know, things didn't, you know, he wasn't really trying to make music, so you know, that was my passion. That was always what I was gonna do. And you know, my brother, you know, has always been completely with, you know, following the, you know what I'm saying, the assignment.
I get that fully.
Yeah.
And then you make your music as well?
I used to do a solo. I used to be a solo artist before I met these two people.
Yeah.
It's like went well together when you guys like met each other?
At first, things were very rough. Like we got along, like we used to ball up on the court, but then like it took my man Tracy. He was like, "Hey, bro, you should go listen to the song we made. We make music." Oh, I'm an artist too, even though I was rapping off the phone. They had a whole studio in the crib.
Oh wow!
I'm off that band lab. Everybody know you're not a like successful like unless you came up from like the underground rapping. Like I was rapping off the phone. I didn't have a mic. I didn't have none.
That's not necessarily true.
They had everything I needed though.
And stuff like that, but we did everything grassroots. A lot of these people, they have trap money, so they go to $1 million studio, record a song, have no play in the production, make a song, and call themselves an artist. I had to learn how to use every facet of sound engineering. Every single song you hear, I made the beat and I produced and engineered the vocals, everything.
So you're more of an artist, not just a rapper. It sounds
right.
Like.
I would consider myself a producer first because production isn't just like making the beats and doing the engineering. It's also an executive producer, controlling the overseeing the whole project.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not, you know, a lot of people don't realize that, you know, you just rapping, hey, hey, like that doesn't do anything. You're not an artist. You're just talking into a microphone. You know, that's my whole thing with this thing. It's like artistry is something different than just calling yourself a rapper. And it's in the industry now is so entry level that it's saturated and you can't separate what's real from the fake. And that's the biggest problem now. And especially in Colorado, where with a saturated market, there's really nobody that has connections to a bigger, broader music scene, world and nationwide.
Okay.
Because of that, you have, you know, we're gonna get into that next, but we have people like Mile High Minute, and I feel like he is important for what he's trying to do. That's an important position to have because he's like the top guy when it comes to like, you know, showing being the source for bringing the greater Colorado music scene nationwide. But I don't, you know, and that's the whole thing. People say I'm hating,
but that's not his job. Before we get into it though, it's so many different blog outlets here in Colorado that's on a high scale,
right?
And to be honest with you, even by you saying Mile High Minute, his job is not to give you a platform to make your shit shine. You know what I'm saying? That's your job.
Yeah, of course. But at the same time, you know, it is there is a level of giving somebody an outlet to, you know, especially like put themselves on. Of course, everyone can put themselves on by their own music. But at the end of the day, you can't do it by yourself. completely by yourself. That doesn't exist. Everyone has.
But some people have done it by themselves. It does exist. If you put in that work, that labor, that grind continuously, people make that shit happen.
There's somebody in the picture that's helping. Whether it be management, whether it be
be like mothers, fathers, things like that.
Exactly. So again, there's always going to be a helping hand, and I would consider him important for that, you know. And I'm not trying to say that it all rides on him. I'm not saying that, but I'm also saying that he hasn't, and I don't agree with the way he goes about it. And there's no disrespect there. I just completely don't agree with the way he goes about that business part of it. And then, you know, at the end of the day, if other than that, maybe he's a cool dude or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't know. I've never met him personally. I've talked to him on like FaceTimes and stuff like countless times, but I've never, you know, actually spoke to him like face to face. So maybe it's different.
And you've been rapping all your life, you mentioned, correct?
Yeah.
What are some of the major accomplishments, some of the major things you've learned from rapping all your life? How old are you? 21?
I'm gonna be 21 next month.
Okay, so for about 20 years, what have you learned?
Well,
far?
First, I learned that every time you think you're good, you're not good. When people start telling you you're good, is when you're good. Because at the end of the day,
I have to disagree right there. You don't need no one to tell you that you're the best rapper. If you like your music, and just because you don't got millions of fans and stuff, music is music. Like, music comes from the heart, you feel me? Like, it got to take a strong soul for someone to pour what they're feeling into that mic. Like, a lot of artists, like, people don't just like, I mean, there are those people who rap just because it's cool. Everybody's doing it now. But, like, when you got that person who's, like, got a good come up story, like that nigga's from the trenches, like everything's bad didn't happen, that dude came up. But, like, you know, I'm not gonna name names, but there's one artist I know in Colorado. He had a very hard time growing up, and like now he's popping right now. And we ain't gonna mention his name because most people don't know who he is, but like,
why not give him his shine?
I have to say,
you know, maybe he doesn't want that. Maybe he wants, like, you know.
I'm not here to support another nigga, but I fucking we're here to talk about us. You feel me? I'm not here to support.
Okay, just leave me.
But like,
that's crazy.
You feel me?
Leaving me hanging.
I got you.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
but like,
crazy.
When his come up, and like I've known the dude for like a while now.
So if you're not here to support another nigga, why are you talking about this other nigga's come up if you ain't gonna mention the name?
It's like what I'm trying to get at. It's like, you don't need nobody to tell you that your music's good, or just that
validation.
How you feel about your music is
validation.
how you feel about your music. If somebody fucks with it, they fuck with it. But I say all publicity is good publicity. If somebody's hating on your shit, they hating. But no one play your shit.
But they're paying attention.
They're paying attention.
Right.
Best believe people are hearing you.
Let me reiterate what I meant, because I felt like I kind of misspoke. I feel like, you know, the biggest thing I learned was that, you know, when you have I guess music, right, and you're putting a lot of practice and work into it, you know, people think that they're just gonna get good overnight, they're gonna blow up overnight. And even when you think it's gonna happen, even when you're like, oh, this is my meal ticket right here, you know, for most people it's not an overnight thing, and you have to realize that you just got to be patient, because eventually that opportunity is gonna come to you. And when you think you're good, you know, somebody that label, that manager, that A&R, when that person comes, that's when you know it's tight, you know?
Just because it's an A&R, for the record, does not necessarily give you validation.
Oh, of course it does.
Because you just stated, don't backtrack here, you just stated, when an A&R comes and says your music is good, that's how you know you're good. No. Why do you need industry approval to say your music is good?
Well, because those are the people that are going to take you to that next level if they end up.
It's a lot of people, like, shit, Brent Faiyaz, right? Didn't he just do, like, turn down a $50 million deal?
Right, but that's him.
To stay independent? He don't need that validation. That's why I'm getting at with that.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's most. But
why do you feel the need to have validation for your music?
I mean, I'm not saying that you need it, but I'm trying to say that essentially, you know, a lot of times, you know, when you're able to tell that you're good, is like, you know, for example, when a very amazing legend producer calls you and tells you he listened to your album, and he says that that's fire, like a legend in hip hop history, when they call you.
So an idol to you is what you're trying to say.
Exactly. That is the.
So that goes back to my question: why do you feel you need validation for your music?
I mean, at the end of the day, we all do need some.
I don't need nobody to tell me shit.
I don't need nobody.
Hey, but at the same time,
hey, I'm saying everybody who's watching, bro, if y'all like my music, kiss my ass, bro.
Right, but that's a great motivator, and it lets you know you're doing something when a legend gonna call you and tell you that he messes with the project that you dropped.
I mean, yeah,
I'm just saying, like, nice, I don't think that's hard to understand. I don't think that's hard to grasp.
When you get like somebody like Dr. Dre or like someone that's been rapping for generations, or like somebody like, let's say
like Beyonce or some
like
shit, hit you
Beyonce,
up.
Drake, be like, hey, bro, that track was fire, or like Bone Thugs and Harmony, like, okay, it's nice, but
what about those people that's like, damn, those people are old as hell. They're not tapped into today's music.
They don't care about today's music.
I mean, who signed K-Dot, and you know what I'm saying?
I'm so sorry. You said who?
K-Dot.
No clue who the fuck that is.
Okay, well.
But who is it?
We don't.
Hey,
I don't know.
I'm gonna just drop a little. You know what I'm saying? We guess we dropped a little hints for what's going on, but at the same time, I just want to say that I don't think it's all about validation, but when you have
but the question is, why do you feel
I mean, but that's what I think that's
what he's trying to get to. He's trying to get in there.
Regardless of, you know, that, I feel like either way, I feel like personally, what made me realize when I was getting good is when it was no longer me just, you know, posting music and nobody was commenting, no one was liking it, even though the same amount of people were seeing it. But it's when they're like, dang, this is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
This is amazing. You know what I'm saying? When I'm getting calls and people are telling me, this is amazing. How did you do this in a bedroom? You know, like...
You do know that's still validation, right?
Right, but again, that's facts. I think that is when you realize that, dang, I'm not just good to myself, I'm good to...
Like, other people are fucking with me.
Right, exactly. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's just, you know, human interaction. At the end of the day, you know, that's how this world works. We're
gonna get back into it here. Let's go ahead and get into the countdown again with another video right here on The Drip. I'm your host, Floyd Brown. Our network, your network.
Like you have a dead memory. Say, girl, I really miss you. Listen, are you crazy?
Issues, got too many issues. Miss you. I just wanna kiss you. Girl, I'm so sorry for the way that I did you. I've been all alone, I don't wanna continue. Said they're gonna get me on my show with the stick, dude. I've been paranoid, I've been watching out the river. Judge tried to slay me, I got caught up with a pistol. Wish I could go back to when shit was so simple. When you sitting down doing time, you see who got you. Niggas gon' fold and these bitches gon' flop too. Only people there was Tones and Mom dudes. Swear that I love you, just know I always got you. I've been staying strong, I've been trying to get my mind right. Models on my phone, I ain't used to all this limelight. Really need you love, guess I find it when the time right. Was on drugs, now I'm on my way to limelight. I was down on my dick, you ain't care though. I've been posting on the block like a scarecrow. We been sliding all night, you better lay low. And my niggas gon' do it if I say so. Swear your love got me stupid. I was feeling like Cupid. Swear to God you made me ruthless. Swear to God you made me ruthless. Issues, got too many issues. Miss you, I just wanna kiss you. Girl, I'm so sorry for the way that I did you. I've been all alone, I don't wanna continue. Said they're gonna get me on my show with the stick, dude. I've been paranoid, I've been watching out the river. Judge tried to slay me, I got caught up with a pistol. Wish I could go back to when shit was so simple. Issues, got too many issues. Miss you, I just wanna kiss you. Girl, I'm so sorry for the way that I did you. I've been all alone, I don't wanna continue. Said they gon' get me on my show with the stick, dude. I've been paranoid, I've been watching out the river. Judge tried to slay me, I got caught up with a pistol. Wish I could go back to when shit was so simple.
I go, I gotta keep that pole on me. Niggas don't wanna smoke for my enemy. I be deep in the street, you a wannabe. On my brother war ready, you could bring that heat. Niggas don't want no war, they don't want no beef. How you claim me opposition, you could barely eat. Know a few of them, yeah, used to roll for me. Got the paper now, so I'm living lavishly.
Hey, look, I got my money up, now I'm living lavish. I only fuck with bad bitches, I can do average. Stay strapped, I keep the pole in my waistline. If you want the smoke, it's a go, we won't waste time. If you ain't the real one, you can hang with me. You ain't grew up in the trenches, you ain't bang with me. I'm an East Dago Mafia, don't you play with me. Where I'm from, everybody throwing up the seats. Anybody want the smoke, tell 'em bring the heat. Got a couple track with Chinatown running, now they hating on me. Ain't no pressure, what's the beef, homie? You ain't really from the street, homie. You ain't really from the street.
Where I go, I gotta keep that pole on me. Niggas don't wanna smoke for my enemy. I be deep in the street, you a wannabe. On my brother war ready, you could bring that heat. Niggas don't want no war, they don't want no beef. How you claim me opposition, you could barely eat. Know a few of them, yeah, used to roll for me. Got the paper now, so I'm living lavishly. Hey, bitch, I got the paper. Niggas don't wanna smoke, I'm a grave digger. My little nigga fucking on your bitch, how you forgave her? I be moving in the city, I'm a risk taker. Got it out the mud, yeah, like my brother, go get it. Quit a switch up on you, so I gotta cut the fade. Niggas, that's a snake, can't believe used to hang niggas. Gotta keep my circle small, I can't hang with you. Hey, hey, I can't hang with you. Yeah, hey, I can't hang with you. Hey, hey, I can't hang with you. Hey, hey, I can't hang with you.
The Drip, you know it's your boy Floyd, and with your countdown, this season we're going to have a lot more videos. We're going to have a lot more celebrity reality stars as well right here on The Drip. That was Chinatown Runner right there. He was in The Drip last season. The highest ranking episode ever of this show in 7 seasons. Crazy. Shout out to my bro Chinatown Runner. So let's get back into it with you guys, right? Zulus. All right. What makes your music stand out versus anybody else's music, period?
Oh,
just versatile.
Versatility. We're a group, so we don't have to do the same things. He can rap, more the hard, I guess, thug, street stuff. Me and my brother are more just gonna, give you that, club, party banger type stuff. And maybe we can get a little bit deeper with it if we want to talk about, social, and historic, things like, for example, we used to make a lot of music talking about racial
discrimination, things like that.
Discrimination and racism and stuff like that.
So like woke music.
Right, we could do that.
Basically, what's going on like nowadays with like
Kendrick,
black people for nothing,
and also
school shootings and shit like that.
Speaking of that,
and of course we got Capital K, and he's a singer.
Oh,
so
wow.
He can and Capital K is gonna give you the most catchy hook you can ever come up with. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna sing it. And he's a great vocal range.
Like literally in your mind.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get it out of your head. So we can rap on boom bap. We can rap on drill. We can rap on trap. We can rap on any rage, anything. So there will always be like a lineup. For this song we gonna have this person and that person, and then for this song we gonna have that person and that person.
I just want to say this. I've done this show for 7 seasons. Started this bitch on an iPhone.
Yeah.
You're one of the most confident individuals I feel like I've ever met.
Yeah.
Where does this confidence come from?
It's because we know we got it.
Well, we
got what it takes.
Do you?
Yes. When you work for years on something, and it gets to the point where everywhere you go, when people hear something, they don't even know it's you, and they're confused when you tell them that it's you making the song, and they're like, where did you, who made this? And it's like, me, where? And you tell them I make it in a bedroom. I don't even have sound padding. I don't even have a mic stand. I literally just, it's so grassroots to the point where it's it's raw to the point where you can't even fathom it being made, with the means it was made. But that just shows you I've had sleepless nights for years. I've never been one to really sleep or to vacation. I'm always working, and when you put in that work, and you're putting in that work, and you're putting in every last bit of your fiber, your being for this thing, and it's to the point where you're causing yourself excruciating pain.
Yeah.
I'll sit in the studio, make a song, scrap the whole thing 5 times just to make it better and better and better. I piss my group members off so bad because they
So
even say
fucking
something.
much.
They even are slightly off beat or slightly off key. I'll tell them to redo the whole thing.
And I get that, and I can see that ambition and that determination in your eyes, and your music's on every platform, correct?
Yeah.
Awesome. So with that being said, show me the numbers.
Okay.
Let me
so-
see your streaming numbers. Don't tell me too much. Show me, because
All
numbers don't lie. People can sit here and lie all day to my face.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know which phone it's on because
Hey.
I just got.
If you need the screenshots, I got them all.
Yeah,
Fuck a
for sure.
screenshot. Pull up real-time
Pull up real
numbers.
time.
Because I want to see who's listening to your music, where your music is being streamed at the most.
All right.
Like,
Sure. I don't
We
even
can
know if
say
I
now
have the Spotify
our most
artist.
streamed.
I don't know if I
Most
have
said
artists
Spotify?
like, tap into
Yeah.
our.
and most folks use Spotify nowadays,
Yeah,
or
I'm
Apple
trying to- I'm
Music.
trying to see
Yeah.
if
I'm
I
like,
could-
it's either YouTube, and Spotify is our most number 2. Apple Music, I mean, not much people use Apple Music. I get it. I rarely use Apple Music.
I
I'm
don't know
not
if
sure
I have.
about
I
y'all,
don't
but I
know, I
use
don't know if
Apple.
I have screenshots from the from our Spotify.
No, just go pull up our Spotify right now.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
Pull
not
up
the
YouTube.
highest numbers that we've had because we haven't dropped any music.
But you can still see your
So
numbers.
I don't want to call it, but I do want to say, so can we not get the numbers?
Oh,
No, we can get the numbers.
Now, am I just talking about the numbers on the Spotify looking thing? Because you can pay for numbers.
Okay.
That's the magic of Macy's.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let me see.
And I'm going to pull up our YouTube on this one.
Let's see. Streams, Roller Coaster, 156,000.
Mm-hmm.
Which is Got It From The Bank,
Mhm.
123,000.
Mm-hmm.
No Ceilings, 77,000. Where are these being streamed at? Because I've never heard of these songs.
You've never heard of them.
I mean,
Like-
well, we've played them in.
And it's respectful, like, because typically when you show streaming, it shows you like the location and things like
Oh
that
yeah,
as well.
yeah. I mean, Denver, Phoenix, Arizona.
Show me.
Well, Parker is one. You know, all these different areas around, like the Denver metro, and of course we got Arizona. I mean, we get our stuff played. It's not gonna be like India or anything. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's not. That's how you know. Like for example.
Because some people watching this show, just to stay on track here, some people watching this show would say, if you guys are so good,
Right.
why don't we know you?
Right.
That's why we're
and
here to
and
prove
and
them wrong.
And that's also, it goes into it. I will say that at the end of the day, it's more of us trying to reach a broader worldwide, nationwide following than just Colorado. It's
Speaking
always
of that, this show is not just Colorado. It's pretty broad.
Right.
So
yeah.
why don't we know you?
I mean, there's tons of people that will say that they do. So what I'm just trying to say is that there's people that don't even know who someone like Trev Rich is, and he's probably the consensus kind of biggest artist in Colorado these last.
But respectfully,
They call it AP.
Yeah.
even when we look at like numbers, because I love numbers, you know what I'm saying?
We love numbers.
When we look at the numbers on your Instagram page, you may have 15 likes, 13 likes, things like that.
Mhm.
So it's just like those numbers are on your page with your fan base.
Okay.
So make it make sense for me.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, Los Angeles and Denver
Let me
are
see.
the two biggest regions right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if we're being honest, this right here states 20 listeners in LA,
Right now.
16 listeners in Denver.
Right.
You got 13 in Orlando. So it's like those numbers I just read off was 156,000.
Right. Right.
You have 173
I think that's-
listeners within the past 28 days in the United States,
Right.
56 in Germany, Peru 13, Mexico 12. That's crazy.
Right.
Panama is 12, but again, it's not giving me 156,000.
Right. So we've been making music for a long time.
Uh-huh.
And we have a lot of people that will help us push songs when we release songs.
Mhm.
We have people. We have connections to AHRRs and stuff like that, and we don't even have to be signed. We have a lot of connections to people that will just shout us.
Just
out,
help you
stuff
guys
like
out
that.
type shit.
It's word of the mouth.
Right. Yeah. And
Then why is it not reflected upon you guys' numbers?
Well, right now, that's what I'm trying to say is it's been a year. It's been 9 months since we've dropped anything. So
Mhm.
what I'm trying to say is when you drop a song, that's when you're gonna get hot, and that's when people are paying attention. But we haven't dropped a song in a year, and we broke up. Our group broke up, and we just got back together a few days ago. That's what I'm trying to explain. And also our Instagram, we shut the Instagram down. We deactivated it because there was a lot of beef.
Hold,
between
please. So, I met Young Man after the showcase. It was the other day online. He had a lot to say about a blog out here that goes by the name of Mile High Minute. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and play what you had to say.
Right.
Then we're going to ask you, and then we're going to read the statement from Mile High Minute.
The Zulu's back on Instagram. What else better to do than stir the pot? Now, you guys are probably all aware of this guy, Mile High Minute. He is a source for Colorado artists and trying to help Colorado artists, reach the mainstream. And that's all cool, that's awesome, but he's terrible at what he does. First off, right, he doesn't listen to music objectively. He basically says, okay, well, I only listen to music for what I, personally like and what is my personal taste. And, that is not good for somebody that reviews music. He reviews music, which is a major part of his brand. And when you're reviewing music, even if the music is not your type of music that you personally listen to, as a music reviewer, you're supposed to keep an open mind and basically say, okay, well, I'm going to listen to this for what it's trying to do and for what it is versus what I personally want in a record. And he has the complete inability to do that. For example, since the Zulu's back on Instagram, what else better to do than stir the pot? Now, you guys are probably all aware of this guy, Mile High Minute. He is a...
From Mile High Minute states, like anyone else, this is a business. At the end of the day,
first off, right,
I have a son to feed, and of course I have to make bread too. But people think I just popped up and start making money. Like, nah, I was homeless, sleeping in my car, grinding my ass off. And that's a statement from Mile High Minute. So with that being said, in your video there, you stated that essentially Mile High Minute only supports people that pays him. Why do you feel that way? Keep it brief for me, please. And also, what evidence or proof do you have with that? Because in this industry, everyone wants money.
Right? No, I hear you. When you are a person, right, that is trying to put on for the city, and he is. I mean, if you want to disagree, I mean, that's just what he does. I mean, he's trying to put on for the city. At the end of the day, it should more be, in my opinion, about, scouting, just looking around for who's good. There's a lot of people like YouTubers that will go and they'll find, people with no plays and try to find something that's good, and they'll be like, oh, I'm gonna post this on my story. This is like someone who's talented and deserves to get.
Do you know he's not doing that? Do you know for a fact he's not doing that?
Yeah,
because I can tell you that's not factual.
Okay. Well,
even with Colorado Springs, he scouts around to see who the newest, the latest artists are. I'm not sure what you personally experienced with him, but I can tell you that's not true.
I mean, well, at the end of the day, again, all I really have to go off of is my personal experiences and things I've heard from other people. And if you're saying that people agree with me, you're saying that there's
some people do agree with you,
right?
But a lot of people don't agree with you.
But at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that want, a platform, so they're gonna ride his coattails, so then they can, have a shot to, because Mile High Minute does not like us. He does not.
But in April of 2022, he did a review for you on your entire album, correct?
Right.
And what he said on that album, you were a little upset about based off his actual opinion that you paid for, right?
Right. Yeah, that's the only time I've ever gave him any sort of bread to, and that's in my.
It's not even about the bread, honestly. It's what he said about that review. I listened to that review myself personally, and he was spot the fuck on. He said all you did was talk about bitches and money.
Right, but at the end of the day, like I said, that was the point. It's a party, a club, banger album. It's just supposed to be something that's in the moment. It's just, like for example, so much fun from Young Thug is what I personally said. Like, it was like something that was kind of similar. And when you are listening to music based off of what you want to hear in music and your personal tastes and your personal biases, that is not good for music reviewing, because you have to have an open palette and open mind and listen to music for what it is.
Let's also think about his platform. He's not just saying what he's saying out his ass. You can be a club banging artist without talking about bitches and money. I throw events in the club every week, so you can't tell me opposite.
I mean, right, but at the same time, there are songs on there with deeper subjects. But if, for example, like Django, right, had a completely, it was so deep, in fact, of a subject, and he glossed over and didn't say anything about it. But then again, chose to talk about things that were like.
But don't forget, he listened to an entire album. So without taking notes, it's kind of hard to remember everything on the album.
How good are you at that?
The only thing I feel like,
well, he's doing pretty damn good when people stop by Colorado, they tap in. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot get upset at a man.
I'm not upset at
over
that.
his platform that he created to help put other people on.
Right. So, but you just said that it's not about people putting you on. It's about putting you on yourself.
Well, you're so upset. You sat down on Instagram and made a whole four reel thing about this man.
Right.
When you could have done it yourself.
But at the same time, that's not my job. Is to make the music, and
your job is to promote yourself as an artist and make sure people hear you.
And I do that.
Like, because there's a lot of platforms along with our network, Mile High Man, and so many others.
Right.
That
but at the same time, though, he's the name that people think of. Is that true?
So is that why? You like
naysay everything I'm saying, and that's just at that point, you're just trying to be a contrarian.
Who?
You're trying to be.
Who, me?
Yeah,
I'm keeping shit a band. Your music ain't like that, bro.
It's not like
your
that?
numbers just show it wasn't like that.
Okay, so again, if you don't drop music in a year.
It's not about just dropping music within a year. You can drop music 7 years ago. If your shit hit, it's still hit. TLC has not dropped music in how long?
TLC's TLC.
But they shit still hit.
We're not famous.
You get what I'm saying?
We're not Drake.
Their shit still hit. You have to stop blaming everyone but yourself.
I'm not trying to blame anybody. I will completely blame. We all had a part in our group breaking up, but our group breaking up was the reason why our numbers fell off. Because every time we were dropping stuff, you can see I can show you screenshots. Hopefully, that our monthly listeners were consistently between 20 and 50,000 all the time. But we stopped making music, and it slowly didn't just.
But did you take your music off the air?
Well, they playlists, for example, right? We took off an album, right? So time flies, we dropped it.
Mm-hmm.
Some stuff happened,
and we had
to take it down. We eventually brought it back up, but it didn't have the Instagram anymore to promote it. We were completely off all social media, YouTube and stuff like that. So we legitimately just brought it back up it was zero. Because we had like thousands of people that would just be like, oh, listen to the Zulu's new album, listen to the Zulu's new song. We would pay people, if I'm gonna be real, to go on their 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 follower Instagrams, Facebook, Snapchats, and just post it.
Mm-hmm.
And that got us a lot of traffic.
I'm not gonna lie. My opinion comes from a very non-biased standpoint.
Right.
Like I said, I've been doing this 7 seasons, right?
We can just agree.
Literally, I've been doing this 7 seasons, dealing with a lot of underground artists. That's why I created this show, to give underground artists a platform. But I refuse to listen to someone blame someone else.
I'm not blaming nobody.
Let me finish my statement.
Let me finish this statement.
Thank you. So I refuse to listen to someone blame someone else about their platform when you have not taken accountability. You can say your group broke up 7 times. That don't mean shit. The drive still goes.
The drive still goes.
The dedication still goes. Right. The push still goes.
Right. I understand that. And that's completely, you're right, on us. We couldn't get along and we couldn't make the business stuff work out, first and foremost, and that got into the music. That is 100% our fault. But at the end of the day, the whole point is just that, what you see now is not what was a year ago. That's all my point. That's my whole point, right? If you're saying, oh, the numbers ain't nothing, whatever, I hear that.
No, I'm saying the numbers ain't adding up. They're not adding up.
Right. But again, when the numbers all came within a certain period of time, when we were on, also you got to think about it as curators, we were put on playlists. We were constantly going on to Submit Hub and things like that to try to, ask to put our music on playlists. Sometimes they say yes, sometimes they say no, but that's just with anything.
And that happens.
Right. So what I'm trying to say is that eventually, are they not going to take the music off the playlist eventually?
Are we paying to be here, right?
No.
This song, I really don't have a problem on how many, but you feel how you got us on here, you're not charging us. I feel like he could do the same thing, you feel me? I feel like we just need to be heard. Like every time, like you said, our numbers don't match up. Help us out. And we go help away. Like, I get it. If you want to charge, you charge. Everybody got to eat. Like, you feel me? Facts. You got to eat. You got a family to feed. I got a family to come home to help out. At least I don't pay all my bills, but I got to pay some bills to help my mom out.
That's
real. We all got to eat at the end of the day. But it's like, sometimes you ain't, like, you be moving. He will move real shady. Like, one time be like, all right, bro, we going to do this. We going to pay you for this. Like, I was the first person who actually got in contact with my High Minute because I seen an interview. I believe it was 100 Pack Savvy. I don't want to confirm that, but it was somebody from the Colorado rap scene, and they were like in an interview on. No, it was Trey 5 TNT actually. Now I remember he was doing an interview, and I was like, you know, okay, if people like this person's interviewing, they're trying to get everybody on the rap scene. Let's see. So you know, I did our first promotion. You know, it wasn't that bad, but like I felt like he could have like during that music review, he could have like low-key spoke better. Like you know. All it was all you talk about is bitches, this
right,
and that.
You're
you
completely
like,
negating.
Kind of come for
point.
like, okay,
that's
the beat right here just needs to be a slightly better than I feel like it will be. Boom, bam,
right. The constructive
boom, bam,
criticism when you're just saying, oh, all you're talking about is bitches and hoes. Facts.
I feel like yeah, once he got the money, it was just like, okay, I'm just gonna listen to these.
And already, like I said, I personally was on FaceTime with him. I would call him. I considered him a friend of mine, right? But at the same time, though, for example, he paid him. Him. I've only paid him once, but he paid him.
I paid him a couple times.
The Monopoly. We have a music video called Monopoly, right?
And that's how our numbers on YouTube looks.
You know, and he said, okay, I'm gonna post it on Instagram and YouTube, right? He posted on Instagram, but he didn't post it on YouTube. And same thing when we did the This Is Not a Drill review, he didn't put it on YouTube.
My question for you, right? Do you think by him posting it, okay, he paid for it?
Right, we paid to, and he didn't do that. And at the end of the day,
took some months for
when
him
you
to
and here's the
post it.
disrespect, right? When you're saying, oh. You know, it's all right, but I don't think that you guys are as good as Nina to Chris and Tana Timbers. That's like he.
So that's what he's saying.
Yeah,
But that's his criticism. You know what I'm saying?
No, but that's not criticism, bro. Like I'm sorry to tell you, but that's
what is criticism.
I mean, everyone has their own opinion.
That's constructive.
Opinion, thank you.
Right. But at the same time, when you're just like, oh, I don't think you're as good as this person. It's like I'm not trying to be this person. I'm not trying to be them. Compare me.
But
to
in
myself.
this industry, though, you know that's going to happen a lot, right?
But that's not. But then
like
that's
a
not
lot.
what you're. But that's not what you're supposed to do.
No, I'm talking about in the music industry. That's going to happen a lot, and this is coming from a person who's cool with A&Rs from different labels.
Can we? I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I think
let's go into the next video real quick. We get right back to the drip.
Switch out because I do think I need a second opinion right here because I need.
But ain't calling a night off, cause a nigga be bustin'. I got the if she think that we fucking, I need a write off, couple million my life cost, ain't no need to discuss it. Might hit the night crawl, yeah, they crossing your life off. If you rich and you touch it, your bitch, and I might pause, but ain't calling a night off, cause a nigga be bustin'. I got the right jaw, use a rubber and lights off. If she think that we fucking, I need a write off, couple million my life cost, ain't no need to discuss it. Might hit the night crawl, yeah, they crossing your life off. If you rich and you touch, but the gang ain't like y'all, won't go on my knife off. I'm like, bro, why you rush? Hit the block, turn our lights off, bust your brain with the sights off, and they know we gon' touch like they ain't with us again. Then fuck 'em, I'm preaching the game and change. My cousin ain't knowing the name, like these bitches love him. Like, hold up, what's up? We stopping to tuck it, don't fumble the rock, I ain't dropping a nugget. He stumble and drop when he pop it and bust. We scheming for ops, I ain't stopping, he running. And when lose a draw, you would not see me running. I knew it was cop that all of my stomach. Like, boy, you your boss when you speaking in public. Like, bitch, if I fall, you can't stop thinking of it. My back on the wall, my ass and I'm thug. Hit your bitch and I might pause, but ain't calling a night off, cause a nigga be bustin'. I got the right jaw, use a rubber and lights off. If she think that we fucking, I need a write off, couple million my life cost, ain't no need to discuss it. Might hit the night crawl, yeah, they crossing your life off. If you rich or you touch, hit your bitch and I might pause, but ain't calling a night off, cause a nigga be bustin'. I got the right jaw, use a rubber and lights off. If she think that we fucking, I need a write off, couple million my life cost, ain't no need to discuss it. Might hit the night crawl, yeah, they crossing your life off. If you rich or you touch. That bitch give me brain, pop one, not two, pop two. The shit out of gun when I got you.
So we had to go ahead and switch out seats there. What's up, bro? What's your name?
I'm Tracy.
What's up, Tracy? Welcome to the show. You're part of the Zulus as well?
Yeah.
All right. So as I was stating here, it's all about, in my opinion, being humble, not biased, because it's more than just that particular blog around. It's so many other blogs in Colorado on that same pedestal, that same platform. So I guess my question would be again, why come for the white boy reviewing music?
I mean, so, okay, Mile High Minute was one of the guys that we really seen. Honestly, I'm not. I know a few other guys that are pretty big bloggers that are, like moderately big. And stuff like but that. Honestly, Mile High Minute is, probably the biggest I've seen, if I'm going to be real. So it was just the fact that, I mean, I feel that he was being a little unfair towards us. And I'm not gonna say again, I'm not gonna blame anybody. I'm not gonna say that he's the reason why we didn't do something. He should have did something.
Right, exactly.
I'm just saying it's very disrespectful that we paid him to get on the YouTube and he didn't put us on the YouTube. To me, that's disrespectful.
Right.
To me, it's disrespectful when you're a blogger.
1 second, real quick. So we have some comments live on the YouTube. Mile High Minute is tuned in. What's up, Mile High Minute? Let's see, another culture vulture blogger site. That's crazy. Let's see, somebody said Mile High Minute pays for views, likes, subscribers, or comments. Somebody said everyone pays for views though. We don't pay for views over here, baby. Let's look. Mile High Minute responded, I never paid for a view in my life. Y'all ain't got no type of proof. Let's see. Somebody, where can I find these guys' music? Where can I get your music?
You know, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Deezer, Tidal, everything, and just ZULUS Zulus. And we have 2 albums that we released last year, about a year exactly ago, and those are great to start with.
Somebody said y'all paid to get on Mile High Minute YouTube. Y'all paid to be on YouTube.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So my question also would be, have you guys ever reached back out to Mile High Minute?
No, actually, I spoke to him or somebody that runs his Instagram yesterday. I don't know. The weird thing is there's a COO or CEO of Mile High Minute that's not the him, you know? And he told me some interesting
What did he
things.
say? Go to the quote it directly. We do not do no false quotes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, paraphrasing is, you're right, it's not the most reliable source of quoting. Okay, so he said, and I quote, and he says he's the COO for
This is Mile High Minute's page,
yeah,
right?
yeah, go up and then go to where he talks about blackballing. Oh, I don't know where that's at.
So since we're talking about paying and all that type of ordeal, it was a guy on your page. The only comment you still left on that actual video, he has 94.4 thousand followers, right? He has approximately 24 likes, less than 20 views on his videos, and he had the most shit to say. That sounds like he's paying for followers.
Okay.
I'm just throwing it out to my viewers.
What does that have to do with me?
And he's still on that comment. The only comment you left on that page. Why is that the only comment you left?
Because I didn't want drama on it.
You started the drama.
Right, but
like what the fuck? You can't throw rocks and hide your hand, bro.
But the back and forth was a lot to see because I wanted to see.
It was between me and you.
No, but there's also a few other ones.
So you don't want other people's opinions, but that dude's opinion saying Mile High Minute has no credibility was good to leave up? That sounds like some bullshit. I'm gonna call it what it is, bro.
Okay, so that's fine. But at the end of the day, look, this is what he said. This is what bro said.
And this is from Mile High Minute, correct?
Yeah, he said, wasn't very strategic trying to come at the only platform out there, bro. I'm too nice and want to be provisional. I will blackball you though. I don't give a fuck, and I go coast to coast and overseas, boss. Good luck, wish you success.
Let me see. What day was that?
It was yesterday.
This says A1 Management.
Right, and he's look. Go look at his.
How far up?
No, he said his. Go to his page and look what. And he's apparently, you know what I'm saying. What does that say?
A1 Management, because this is not to do over Mile High Minute.
Right,
bro.
no, but I'm just trying to say that. Did I not say that it's not the guy? But
So
it's
so this is somebody who is claiming to be affiliated with Mile High Minute.
Right.
My quote came directly from Brian.
Right.
Of Mile High, but I get what you're saying here, but we can't just you know what I'm saying.
But at the same time, if
I can say I'm part of this shit. I'm part of Atlantic Records, but
a naysayer at that point.
Naysayer, it's like hearsay, she say, but either way, that's not saying to do. That's not to do over that damn company.
Did I not say that?
You did say this. Okay, all I'm gonna say is
right.
Yeah, it's not professional to say that. I feel, but it wasn't. I wouldn't have put that video out myself. I didn't know about the video until I went on the page. And the thing is, yeah, we broke up. And
why did you guys break up?
I'm not okay. So me and him are family. You know, we're family. We're blood brothers.
Full brothers. Yeah.
Yes, you know, he's like we're like fam. We're close. You know, and my pops was also he was managing us, but I'm not gonna speak into the details of it because
just the basics.
We've been through some fucked up stuff. Right. You know, I'm just gonna say and. We didn't see eye to eye on everything, and you know, money and blood don't mix.
That's true.
You know, what we were doing, we were trying, but we butt heads a little bit. And, me and him, we weren't seeing eye to eye on a lot of stuff.
Right.
And that's what was the downfall. I mean, it was really just, it was me and him. And it turned into a nasty spiral. Me and him didn't
Just
talk.
some disagreements, it sounds like.
Oh, me and him didn't talk for 8 months. Me and him did not talk for the
I
entire...
just talked to him for the first time like 2 weeks ago.
We didn't talk for the entire period of us being broken up. And that's family. And it's just, that's how deep it is. So I'm going to say, I don't agree with everything that's been done to this point, and I don't agree with everything that's, that was just done.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I feel like Mile High Minute is, he didn't like us from the jump. I'm going to say that. He didn't give our music respect from the jump. Mm-hmm. He didn't put us on the YouTube. So again, I have no respect to someone who don't respect me, and that's all it is. But I'm just gonna say, if Denver really wanted to make if we really wanted to make a rap community, if we really wanted to elevate the rap music,
exactly,
then what we would do, instead of hating each other, instead of berating each other, instead of antagonizing each other, instead of ridiculing each other's music, is what we should do is be like how they were in New York when rap was coming up. It was, the bloggers are doing this, they're, let me find who's...
There was no bloggers when rap was coming up.
No, again, there's a different type of blogger.
It was a newspaper.
Yeah, there's
when Rappers Delight came out, their first rap song.
You don't think there's people
by
on the radio?
I'm just Sugar Hill Gang?
Well, I'm saying, no, wait, hold on. No, I'm just saying, but there's, I know.
Don't tell me what they do on my platform. I'm not Mile High Minute. Keep going.
I'm just, okay, so back then, yeah, there were radio shows. There were people, people on radios back in New York. They were, okay, let me have this guy on my show. He's raw as hell. Mm-hmm. And then let me just, okay, let's talk about it. He's selling tapes out the back of his car. You guys should check him out on this street. And then we're building.
They were hustling.
Yeah, but no, see, yeah, exactly. But hey, we were, you can't, and I'm just gonna say we were hustling.
We were out. Going downtown to Broadway.
We passed out flyers. We did real guerrilla marketing.
Hundreds.
We did real guerrilla marketing.
10,000 probably.
There was a part. I was going to me and No Breaks going to parties every single weekend, making sure our shit was played at every single party in the Centennial area, in the Parker area, because that's the people that we wanted to get tapped in with our music, because we're not getting love from the brothers here, because they're making music and they don't want to see us succeed.
They would rather be
the one to succeed. But this is the thing. Not one person is just going to come up. That's not how it works.
Right.
It takes a nation. It takes a strategy. It takes a nation. It takes a village. Yeah. You can't just think, hey, you know what? I'm a dog this motherfucker right here. I'm a dog him. I'm a dog him, and then my shit's finna blow. It's not how it works, because the negativity that you put out is going to come.
Is what you receive. Yeah.
That's what you receive. Right. So all I'm gonna say is, I don't want to be the negative people anymore, because that's what we were. And I'm gonna tell it how it is. I wasn't a good person. Now that I look,
we all have those moments.
Exactly. And I look back at it, what I was, things that we were doing. I'm not happy with myself, and that's why it was the biggest reason I was like, fuck it, I'm moving. I can't do this anymore. Mm-hmm. So now that it's back, it has to be different to me. It has to be, because I'm gonna tell you right here, this right here is one of the smartest, most creative people on planet Earth. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, all the greatest musicians of all time have this really weird, irritating thing about them. Because when you're creative, when you're intelligent, you're crazy. You want to know why? Because when you have new ideas, people are like, that motherfucker ain't right. Because it's against what we've seen. And he has creative abilities that are incredible. And it's real. See,
not to cut you off, but we are running low on time. Go ahead and finish that statement.
So, the way he could produce, the way he could, how deep he is, how creative he is. That's how I know that even when we get back, I'm not going to be rapping anymore. But I just know, I'm still I put in a lot of money, for playlists and all that when we were doing it. And I'm going to continue to put in my money. I'm going to make sure, when he's moving to Cali with my uncle on tomorrow, actually. And he's going to start back up the music there. And I'm with him every step of the way. I'm moving to Arizona. We're going to be linking up. It's going to be, so I just wanted to, it's going to be
a lot of changes.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of changes. This is not a drill. The last stuff all the last stuff we played, it wasn't as real as the first stuff we put out, the deep shit. And to me, we were trying to ride a trend.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
You're 19, you're 20, about to be 21. Let me tell you guys this, right? You guys have a lot of time ahead of you guys. You guys have a lot of time left. I'm gonna keep it real. Fuck any blog, respectfully.
Right.
Your music speaks for itself.
Right.
Your talent speaks for itself, okay?
Right.
Don't ever feel like this blog or this platform owes me anything.
Right.
Show them why they need to have you on their platform. You get what I'm saying?
When you try to, here's the thing though. I
Not looking for validation.
I know.
Go ahead.
I hear you, but again, when there's a blogger that literally outright refuses to listen to something.
Here's what I'm saying, right? Make your music get to the point where it's just like they have no choice but to hit you up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let that art speak for itself. Because a lot of people told me, oh, you want to be able to host? You ain't this, you ain't that, you don't got this type of car, blah, blah, blah. 10 years later,
right?
Dick riding. I ain't forget. So it's just like, don't allow those people to change what you guys have, which is talent. Okay?
I appreciate that. Honestly.
Like, that's going to speak and that's going to go further than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Watch. I'm pretty good at this shit.
Right.
So you guys will go for it. You're going to Cali? Utilize that. Use those experiences to put in your new music. You're going to Arizona? Same thing. They got a bunch of parties and bitches.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So it's just like, use that.
Yeah, it's going to be, I'm telling you, the music that's going to be put out, it's going to be different. The energy we bring, it's going to be different.
Yeah.
The moves we make is going to be different. Everything's going to be more calculated. I feel like we took this experience to grow. I don't, to all the Colorado rappers, bloggers, anything like that, I myself have no animosity. I don't have any hate towards anybody. It's just, if you want to do the right thing, make it about building instead of branding.
So before we close out, I want them to be able to get your music. How can they listen to your music? What's your social medias?
Zulus_official on Instagram. Zulus_official on Twitter, even though we've never posted anything yet.
Hey, still new.
Zulus, ZULUS on YouTube. If you want to listen to us on Spotify, Zulus,
Apple Music, across any platforms,
yeah.
Zulus.
Yeah.
You'll see the face.
Yeah.
This has been The Drip. Like I said, this season, we have real interviews. We've always had real interviews. Real music. Real shit. Real celebrities. And a real ass nigga named Floyd Brown. So this Memorial Day, make sure you guys tap in with Hookah and Syrup. That flyer is posted right now. You don't want to miss it. Catch me every week at Status Nightclub on Thursdays, Rhubarb on Fridays. I'm that nigga. I'm that host. Floyd Brown, UWER Network. See you next week.
Mm-hmm.
It's The Drip, baby. Season 7 with your host, Floyd Brown, right here on our network. Wednesdays just got hot. We're going to take you behind the scenes of some of the latest and the best concerts in Denver, along with some new segments, Drip or Drop, where you get to vote if it's a song you want to hear or a song you want to drop, along with some of our favorite segments, the booth and interviews you want to see, right here on our network. Wednesdays are hot. We're live on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube with your boy Floyd. Season 7, The Drip, baby.